Welcome to Storytime with Miss Humphrey. This channel is dedicated to me, Miss Humphrey, reading stories to children of all ages. Today, we're going to start out with a new book that was given to me by a friend. It's called Coney Island Awakes. A Phoenix Arises. Words and Images by Janet Morgan. Coney Island. Coney Island is on the south shore of Brooklyn. It's a place where city folk touch the ocean and feel the vastness of the sky. It has a wild and crazy history. Entire amusement parks burned to the ground and then were built anew. They rose like the mythical bird, the phoenix, being reborn out of the ashes again and again. Through colossal destruction and construction, times of difficulty and times of joy, Coney has always been full of life. Untold amounts of money, skill, and artistry poured into making people gasp, scream, and sigh. From the giant Elephant Hotel to Dreamland's blazing lights, it has recreated itself again and again. This is the tale of one such rebirth. In March of 2020, the COVID-19 quarantine in Brooklyn was extreme. For people without cars and wary of public transportation, life was very limited. In August, we finally started riding the subway again, and going down to a quiet Coney Island was a real treat. All the rides sat silent for a whole year. The collection of fishermen, homeless people, and locals felt like an odd post-apocalyptic community. Everyone was very chatty when we were drawing, and I heard a lot of stories. And not only people told stories. During its year of sleep, Coney Island nourished us. We needed a place to expand our mind, body, and spirit out of our cramped apartments. We needed space. We needed wings. Coney Island gave us these things. After months of isolation, we finally arrived at Ocean's Edge. The long pier let us out over the waves, filling our eyes with sky and sea. Fishermen gathered along the long arm of the pier, conversations and radios playing. If we kept traveling south, way past that bit of New Jersey out there, we could be in Cuba, a place full of music and art and color, just like Coney Island. There were mysterious quiet days, lulled by waves. The rides stood silently by. There were days full of soft breezes and the cries of laughing gulls overhead. Waves lapped onto sand and curled coldly around our feet. There were days of fog and mist, the colors at dusk subtle. The ocean breathed every breath with us. Sitting in the sand, drawing on the beach, brought the curious, human, and otherwise. Looking inland, the thunderbolt roller coaster stretched himself into the sky, dreaming of the adrenaline to come when he could once again give to us the gift of fear and flight. The parachute jump rose into the blue above the clouds. She crackled and communicated on a level I could only sense, trying to wake up those around her. She asked questions of the crane, nudged the thunderbolt, and tickled the sleepy carousel horses. Sometimes the conversations, the jump, started with the thunderbolt and the wonder wheel were like a good Brooklyn argument, the banter going back and forth across the sky, mixed with laughter. They would have slapped each other on the shoulders if they had them. They missed the humans, though. Other times, the jump just tried to silently outshine everybody else. Some days, she tried to help the athletes pull harder and jump higher. Did they notice? Other days, she played shy and tried to hide inconspicuously beside the moon. Then one day, she started to speak to me as I searched for the shade. She mused, "Sometimes my memories start to rise up from my being." They overtake me and send me back to my heyday, when I took people into the sky. Ah, those were the days, she said. Let me tell you a story. My creator, Stanley Switlick, made my older brothers and sisters to train airmen in parachute jumping. Amelia Earhart, the famous aviator, jumped from one in 1935. Then he created me, not for training, but for the amusement for the 1939 World's Fair in Queens. It was hard work, but I kept taking people up into the air again and again. After the fair closed down, I moved here to be by the sea. In 1941, I started giving people thrills by dropping them again. It was really fun. I did that for many years. I can be seen from 30 miles away, and I was used as a beacon for ships during wartime when the rest of the city was dark. I stopped giving people thrills in the 60s when Coney Island wasn't doing well. But in 2002, they fixed me up, made sure I was strong, and gave me lights to light up the night sky. Today, I still tower over all. Beach rides, birds, and people, all so small down there. Even older than me is the Wonder Wheel down the beach. He just had his 101st birthday. We are both official New York City designated landmarks. He stands on his toes farther down the beach, his arms out like mine. He loves to show off his mammoth arms, each strong enough to carry carloads of humans. He stands silent in the quiet winter months. Lovers huddle beneath. Slowly, things are beginning to happen again. The rides are getting ready. The wheel is being painted its wonderful colors of deep blue, salmon, green, and red. Life is returning. Workmen are everywhere with tools and buckets of color. They know us well. I see a brand new bright red and yellow roller coaster slowly rising into the sky, bolted together like a child's toy. Each day she grows bigger, the yellow angled structure holding the giant red snake that will take you humans soaring. The workmen high up checked every bolt, putting her together with love and care, piece by piece. She is a giant toy, yes, but with the serious mission of a safe flight for all. Seats installed, she waits impatiently beside the Wonder Wheel for the inspectors to approve her machinery to make sure all is safe to take people flying. She is called the Phoenix, the mythical bird that rises from the ashes. She is a generous one, I can tell from here. The Phoenix lends her bright reds and yellows to the sun for the evening sky show, and then the sun passes them on to all of us to light up the night sky after he goes to bed. I see the Wonder Wheel is welcoming the newcomer with fireworks tonight. Thunderbolt and I are singing a song of welcome to the newest member of our community. Whoa, ah, wee! The thunderbolt carries excited people up into the sky, only to drop them just as fast in a swoosh of screams and hollers. The first riders are getting buckled into their seats on the brand new roller coaster, the red and yellow Phoenix, and they fly high into the sky, feet in the air. They whizzed past the Wonder Wheel and made him dance and laugh, undaunted by his 101 years. Once again, we giants of Coney Island can take our human friends flying through the night sky. We are alive again. And that's it. Thank you. So if you haven't been to Coney Island, it's in Brooklyn. You may want to check it out. Thank you to our friend Janet Morgan for writing this book. And thank you for joining me on this channel. Feel free to subscribe if you like what you read and heard. Thank you.